Hey guys, so today is Sunday. We're gonna try to do a kind of relaxing one-day take, I guess you could say. We are at the beach, which is kind of funny considering the entire 2 weeks we were in Australia, which was summer the entire time. It does, and it's funny. It's still technically winter here in Florida, and yet there's all these people at the beach just chilling in bikinis and bathing suits. I mean, it's a little cold. Wait.
Volleyball things.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, I am super happy to be home. It's been kind of nice. Yesterday, you guys saw, we had 37, give or take, 38 hours of travel, and of which I would say, how many hours would probably be on an airplane? 14.
It was a long
14.
time.
I'm doing math in my head. Probably about 20 something of those hours, which is kind of crazy to think about. The fact that I was sitting down and doing that stuff. All right, where do you want to sit? Right here? I'm so busy. Let's go over there. Less busy. Yeah, it's just so nice to be home because, I mean, Australia, don't get me wrong, is not a terrible place to be. We had a lot of awesome shows. A bunch of shows actually sold out, which was really kind of cool.
Really nice time.
Honestly, was. I'd say the weirdest though, did I tell you what happened in Sydney? Was it Sydney? No, it was Melbourne. In actual Melbourne, or Melbourne, we actually played a show, and at the, no, let's go down here. Actually in Melbourne, I didn't tell you about this, at the end of the show, no, where was the actual, where did they actually play during the Super Bowl? Was it Adelaide? I think it was Adelaide.
Adelaide.
It was Adelaide. Okay, so in Adelaide, what ended up happening, at the end of the show, Hunter and Coley were so pumped up, they just took their shirts off. I didn't tell you this.
No.
So they took their shirts off and they wanted to do like an encore. So we did like an encore, and during the encore,
really?
Yeah, we did like an encore, which was the only show that we really did one because everyone got really pumped up towards the end. And mind you, Coley and Hunter were completely shirtless, and Danny, Travis, and I went up with our shirts, and you're like, oh, you know, what are they doing? It's crazy, Hunter and Coley. And on stage, Coley and Hunter came and practically ripped our shirts off and made us, yeah, and made us all play shirtless the entire show, which was kind of funny. The funniest part was like, I saw a couple tweets saying how like We the Kings is turning into a dad boy band, a dad bod boy band, which is kind of funny.
It's actually really true.
And I should be insulted because I'm technically a dad.
But baby, I'm a dad bod.
Thanks, honey.
Okay, hey.
I appreciate that. I like how I'm just watching you try to like back yourself out of this little thing.
But I'm gonna say that, what if I've been saying to you, I said, hey, we're getting older, we need to take better care of ourselves. Did I not? That's why I'm going to the gym and trying to build my muscle.
Okay, no.
What do you have to say?
I'm gonna take your seat.
No, get off my plane. Hang on, I'm making...
But yeah, no, okay, so,
oh
no,
God.
sorry. Sorry. But yeah, Adelaide, we ended up doing that, which was probably the craziest of the shows, only because, I should say rowdiest, not craziest, because every show was actually really good. Ended up meeting a lot of you guys. I always get blown away when I go to a different country.
Blown away like the swim that's blowing us away?
Yeah, okay. Okay, so I got dad bod, you got mom jokes, which is worse than a dad joke. Dad jokes are at least funny.
You have a handsome dad bod, okay?
You didn't hear it, did you?
You're what did you just say?
I said mom jokes aren't as funny as dad jokes.
Yeah, but
they're a lot more
you know what's
corny.
funnier than a mom joke?
What?
A dad bod.
But yeah, anyway, we had an amazing time this tour. We got to meet a lot of you guys. It was just a really cool time. The travel sucked, obviously, but once we got there, the only thing I kind of regret not being able to do is go to the Lone Pine Animal Sanctuary. I don't know if you guys remember. Yeah, Lone Pine. You didn't come though.
No, I went to a different.
Yeah, you went to the different one. But the Lone Pine's the one where like basically the kangaroos are sitting like this, like the red kangaroos. Well, no, they weren't red kangaroos because those can kick your ass. But they were the kangaroos where you can actually go and actually feed them. But the thing is, did I tell you about that?
What?
What happens is like when you try to feed the kangaroos at the Lone Pine, they've been eating like, so let me see your face. So when they've been eating all day, so when you have food, you have to kind of go like this and shove it in their face.
I know, that makes me sad because it means they're full.
Yeah, so the entire, and that was actually the time when we went and we were feeding, was it an emu or a giant ostrich? And all of a sudden it started chasing Travis. And then, okay, my favorite memory, I told you about that. Remember, do you guys remember Brian, our old sound guy? This was like 2 or 3 years ago. Actually, it was probably longer than that. But we were all holding the koalas. And if you guys remember Brian, he was a really, when I say chill dude, he was probably the chillest guy I've ever met in my entire life. He was so chill. So what ended up happening is, remember I told you like when we held the koalas, you know, you guys know, koalas are inherently, they're slow.
Well, they're not, they're slow because of what the
eucalyptus. But the thing is,
down and almost makes them high.
Yeah, so that's a misconception. Koalas aren't high when they use or eat eucalyptus. I guarantee it is cold. I'll probably go in there. But they use it to calm down. So I guess it's kind of like an anti-anxiety thing for koalas, which is actually kind of funny. But anyway, I'm getting back to the story. When Brian held the koala, everyone, so the koala and Brian are like this, and we called Brian. Is it nice? Is this super cold?
Yeah.
I keep talking about my, oh my god, that's really cold. I keep talking about my story, and then every time I stop. So koalas are inherently slow. Okay, so I'm getting all flustered now because it was so cold. So when they were looking away, and we called them to take the photo, this is exactly what happened. Okay, so they're both looking this way, and we're like, Brian, and the koala and Brian go like this at the same time, and then they both looked like it was deadpan stare.
I don't think I ever met them.
No, actually, no, I don't think you ever did meet him. But let's do it again. So it's like Brian's like this, koala's like this. Brian, take a photo. And it was, I think everyone lost it, even the trainer. We didn't get to go do that, but I did go to this Adelaide Zoo, which was always really nice, and you guys saw that I was like literally the only one in there for the last 30 minutes of the opening of the zoo. But yeah, I don't know, like I just had so much fun there, and I can't wait to go back. And then I got to go to the Sydney, what's it called? Botanical Gardens, where we got engaged, which was.
I mean, it makes sense that the lily pad things were gone.
Yeah, because they were overrun.
Yeah, they overrun. And they were overrun when we went. So
yeah.
I can only imagine.
Well, it was actually kind of hard to find that, like no joke. Because I was looking around, I'm thinking, you know, the lily pads or ferns or whatever the hell they were. And I couldn't find them anywhere.
What was the pod? Remember the pod?
What pod?
Remember the reason why I liked that place was because of the pods that were coming out of the lily pads? They were like this.
Oh, like
a shower head.
Cattail or something like that? Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't know what they're called. You guys probably know. But that was actually kind of funny because I ended up just stumbling upon it, and I had to watch the video of our proposal video to know which direction to go. Like, no joke, the only thing I couldn't find was, what was it, the wishing tree or something like that? It was the wishing well, and then the...
I thought you walked past it, because you walk in, and it's that one tree, like, you probably wouldn't know it unless you walked up to a sign in it.
I thought it was, oh yeah, you're right, I did walk past it. I couldn't find the fountain, because I remember that's the one I spit water.
On the wrong side.
Yeah, exactly. But I almost missed the show. I forgot to tell you guys that, because the Uber out there is very difficult. Like, for some reason or another, it's not as easy to just place a pin, because when you place a pin, because it's on the opposite side of the road, so every time you place a pin, you gotta like remember what side of the road you are. Being from America, I would always screw it up, and the guy would just keep driving past. And what ended up happening twice, the people would just drive past, and I would try to call them, and they wouldn't understand what I was saying. For either my phone wasn't working because it was international, and they kept passing, so they would cancel. So the third one finally got there, and I got on stage within 15 minutes. Actually 10 minutes, I'm not even exaggerating, 10 minutes before we had to go on stage. Oh, this is the other funny thing. So we were in the backstage area just before, within that 10 minutes before going on stage, and this guy comes in, and he just stands there with this girl, and they're just standing there,
yeah.
And the guy's just like staring at us, and we're just like kind of like,
hello.
Hi, how's it going? Could we help you? And then Duncan comes in, and we're like, do you know Duncan? He's like, no. I was like, do you know the guys? They're like, no. And they're like, Duncan was like, can we help you with something? And they're like, no, we're just checking out, you know, checking out the room and stuff. And then he flashes his police badge. He literally goes, yeah, we're just checking it out. And we're all just like, wait, why is he here? It was the weirdest thing. Obviously thinking about, we know why they were there. And the funniest part of the entire situation, guess what we were doing?
What?
Playing Nintendo.
Oh.
We were literally just playing Nintendo. Nobody was doing...
You guys were doing something like silly.
No. We weren't even drinking. We were literally just playing Nintendo the entire time, which was the dorkiest thing.
what are you guys doing with this thing?
Okay, so that's what I think is the funniest thing about our band that I love is that, you know, there's that.
You guys are really, this all like goes right back to you guys are dead.
Yeah, we're literally the worst rock stars in the world, or musicians. I don't like even saying rock stars. But we're literally the worst ones. Like on the tour bus, people think, you know, on the tour bus, you guys get to see it all the time. You think the tour bus is full of like parties, you know, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. But you come on our tour bus and we're all just chilling, either watching
like vegetarian, microwavable meals,
or we're watching The Patriot,
or
Semi-Pro, or we're literally playing FIFA or Madden, stuff like that. I kind of just trailed off somewhere. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But anyway, long story short, before I kind of go, I'm gonna try to brave this a little bit more. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go try. Let's see if I can do this. But before I say goodbye, I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who actually came out to the show. It was a lot of fun. And okay, you know what? I take that back. I'm not gonna do that. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait for the next tour. We have a summer tour and a spring tour coming up, so just look out for that. I'm sure you guys will know either before me, because I'm always the last people to actually know this kind of stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful night. Bye guys.